Psychology of attraction. Why we fall for the wrong people. Why do we often fall for the people who hurt us the most? Why does the heart chase pain, even when the mind knows better? Attraction isn't always about beauty, compatibility, or logic. It's psychological. It's about what your subconscious recognizes as familiar. Even if that familiarity is toxic, your heart doesn't always search for love. Sometimes it searches for what it remembers. Let's uncover the dark psychology behind why we keep falling for the wrong people and how to finally break that cycle. Familiarity feels like love. We often think love is a choice, but in reality, it's a pattern. Your brain learns what love feels like when you're young, through how you were treated, seen, or ignored. If love once came with pain, distance, or inconsistency, you start confusing uncertainty with passion. That's why someone unpredictable or emotionally unavailable can feel magnetic. Not because they're good for you, but because your mind is addicted to that emotional roller coaster. We are naturally drawn to behaviors we've seen before, even if those patterns cause pain. If chaos was normal in your childhood, peace might feel boring. That's why you might reject healthy love. Not because it's wrong, but because your nervous system isn't used to calm. Your brain mistakes familiarity for comfort, even when it hurts. Love as a mirror of wounds. Every relationship is like a mirror reflecting your early wounds. If you grew up seeking approval, you'll crave validation. If love once meant chasing someone who never had time for you, you'll fall for people who keep you waiting. It's not bad luck. It's unhealed psychology. Until you heal the child within, you'll keep choosing partners who reopen old scars instead of healing them. Have you ever wanted someone just because you couldn't have them? That's not love. It's dopamine. The brain treats unavailable or forbidden people as a challenge. The more distant they are, the more your mind chases them. But when you finally get them, the thrill fades, because it was never about love. It was about winning. The role of self-worth. When you don't believe you deserve more, you settle for less. People with low self-worth tolerate mistreatment because, deep down, they think that's all they're worth. You attract what you believe you deserve, not what you actually deserve. The moment you raise your standards, your attraction pattern shifts. Confidence changes chemistry. People are emotional mirrors. We often attract those who reflect our inner chaos or peace. That's why toxic people feel familiar. They mirror the parts of you that still need healing. When you evolve emotionally, your relationships evolve too. Romanticizing pain. Sometimes we call toxicity passion and manipulation mystery. We romanticize emotional unavailability because it feels deep, when it's actually destructive. Real love isn't chaos. Real love is peace that feels exciting, not anxiety disguised as chemistry. The fear of being alone is one of the strongest human emotions. It pushes people to stay in relationships that drain them. But loneliness isn't dangerous. Settling is. Being alone is not the same as being unloved. It's the first step toward healing yourself. Repetition compulsion. This is one of the deepest psychological traps. We unconsciously repeat emotional patterns from the past, hoping for a different ending. We pick partners like the ones who once hurt us, thinking, maybe this time it'll be different. But nothing changes until you stop trying to heal old wounds through new people. Intense chemistry can feel electric, but that doesn't mean it's right. Chemistry is instant. Compatibility is built. The butterflies you feel might be anxiety, not affection. True love feels calm, not chaotic. The right person won't make your heart race. They'll make it rest. Ignoring the red flags. The heart wants what it wants, even when logic screams no. Attraction can blind you to red flags because you crave connection more than clarity. But ignoring red flags doesn't turn them green. It just leads to heartbreak on repeat. When someone constantly compliments you or gives attention, it feels intoxicating. But if that validation becomes your emotional oxygen, they control your self-worth. Love isn't about being constantly reassured. It's about feeling safe enough not to need reassurance. Falling for the illusion. We often fall in love with the idea of someone. We project our dreams and desires onto them, seeing things that don't actually exist. You don't love them. You love who you hope they'll become. Healthy love requires stepping into the unknown. That's scary because it demands growth. And growth means letting go of what once felt safe. But comfort isn't always good. Sometimes healing means walking away from the people you thought you couldn't live without. Attachment styles and patterns. Your attachment style, anxious, avoidant, or secure, dictates how you love. Anxious people chase love. Avoidant people run from it. Secure people build it. Understanding your attachment pattern helps you stop repeating the same emotional story. We often fall for people we think we can fix. It gives us purpose, but not peace. Love isn't about saving someone. It's about supporting them while they save themselves. You can't heal someone by breaking yourself. The addiction to drama. Fighting, crying, making up, again and again, releases dopamine and oxytocin. That's why emotional chaos feels addictive. But real love doesn't drain you. It gives you peace even in silence. Many people stay in toxic relationships because rejection terrifies them. They'd rather be mistreated than abandoned. But rejection isn't a loss, it's redirection. It's the universe protecting you from people who don't deserve your love. Until you face your past, it keeps choosing your future. You'll keep attracting the same energy until you heal the emotion that draws it in. The person who triggers your deepest pain is often sent to show you what still needs healing. Awareness breaks the cycle. Unpredictable people seem exciting because they activate your reward system. You crave their attention because it's inconsistent, like gambling for love. But peace will never come from chasing chaos. Healing starts when you recognize your own patterns. Once you understand why you're drawn to certain people, attraction loses its power over you. You stop chasing temporary highs and start craving emotional safety. Now that you understand the psychology of attraction, remember this. You don't fall for the wrong people because you're weak. You fall for them because your heart is trying to heal something your mind hasn't understood yet. But the moment you become aware of your patterns, everything changes. You stop chasing what hurts and start attracting what heals. Choose peace over chaos. Choose growth over familiarity. And most importantly, choose yourself first. Because when you finally love yourself the way you wanted others to, you'll never fall for the wrong person again. If this video made you reflect, don't just scroll away. Comment below, "I choose peace," because awareness begins with one decision. Share this video with someone who keeps falling for the wrong kind of love. Maybe they need to hear this tonight. And if you felt these words, hit subscribe right now.